Welcome back to Southern EOS, where we've got tear-jerking music playing. Eventually we reached the bench. Luna quietly sat down, and just like last time,
Yeah.
I lowered myself down beside her.
You really don't like these bench conversations.
I didn't say that.
I didn't kill them.
It's
How should I explain?
going on by itself.
Actually, you got most of it right.
That doesn't matter. Tell me everything. Everything.
Well, first, yes, Dio did sneak into the facility. He used the large cargo elevator and came into the warehouse on floor A through the number 9 door.
That makes no
Since
sense.
the game hadn't started yet, anyone could go through it.
Oh.
Yeah.
That doesn't really sound like sneaking. It sounds more like he just walked in.
Yes, I guess you could say that. He did get in pretty easily, but that's because Zero Jr. lured him here.
What do you mean?
Dio wasn't a surprise. Both Zeros knew that he was going to come.
So they brought him here?
In a way,
But why?
because his presence was an important part of Zero's project.
Was it? Dio's kind of a fucking idiot. What project?
I can't go into that right now. We'd be here forever. Now, let's just focus on the murders, okay?
Alright.
Anyway, Dio found his way in. They made sure he didn't know that he was actually being let in.
So why did he come here?
To make sure Zero's project failed, his first step was to pretend to be one of the players. As for how he did that, you had it pretty much right. The old woman was the first one out, and he killed her under the graffiti. He put her bracelet on after he wiped the blood off it with the handkerchief. Then he wrapped the knife up and hid it between the 5th and 6th AB rooms,
5th and 6th?
counting from the left in their original placement.
Alright, I'm an imbecile. In other words, the rightmost room would be the 6th room, and the one next to it would be the 5th.
Right.
God, thanks for clarifying. Such an idiot.
That, he went back into the 5th AB room where Quark was sleeping. Then he just waited for Quark to wake up.
What were you doing while that was happening?
Nothing. I couldn't do anything. My body had been turned off.
Well-
Zero Jr. had powered me down.
Allow me to fix that.
Oh boy.
My body wasn't activated until after Dio went into the 5th room. I couldn't help her. All I could do was watch while she was murdered. Everything in this place is controlled by Zero Jr. I couldn't try and prevent Dio from getting in either.
Wait, if Zero Jr. controls everything,
Ow. That's my bad hip.
my shin. Daddy was the one who moved the 6th room with the crane.
Yes, that's right. Zero Jr. moved the room, not me.
Then who moved the old woman?
Me. It took me 10 minutes to get out of my AB room once I was turned back on. I ran over to check on her as soon as I did. Then I carried her back to the room I'd been in,
How'd you not get blood on you? Why did you do that?
because I was ordered to.
What?
Luna, listen to me very carefully. As you already know, the final
It's the voice of the
stage
intercom.
the project begins in 2 hours.
Yeah.
This will be the culmination of many years of hard work.
I'm used to forwarding through her voice, but I can't.
We cannot afford failure.
Yes, I understand.
Then let's make sure. What is your mission?
Enter the Nonary game as one of the participants and observe the actions of the other players. Ensure that they do what they are supposed to and guide them down the correct paths.
How many players will there be?
Myself and 7 others, ma'am. Will you be participating as well?
Yes. Our plan dictates that I must.
My secondary goal is to get a boyfriend.
An individual by the name of Dio will be entering this facility presently. He has been led to believe he is doing so undetected. You've been briefed on him already,
You're
correct?
such an idiot.
Yes. He will murder the first person to leave one of the AB rooms and take their place. If a pair is the first out, he'll probably kill both of them. That's all the information I've been given on him, ma'am.
Is there a problem?
With all due respect, ma'am, I would like to state that I don't feel right about this. We know someone is going to be killed, and we're just going to let it happen? I also have doubts about the use of Radical 6. Are you sure? Infecting all these people with such a horrible disease.
That is none of your concern. Your only concern
Did you
is to
catch
follow
that?
your orders.
They're all infected. Oh, okay.
But
I see.
Luna, I am giving you an order. I am in command, and you do as I say. You are programmed to do as I say. You know this.
yes,
Good. Now, I have one final order.
another order, ma'am?
Yes. When you leave the AB room, the person Dio has killed will still be there. I would like you to move them
Where?
to the room you are about to enter, the 6th AB room.
But why?
Not your concern. As a participant in the game, you must have as little knowledge of it as possible. That is why I have made sure you are unable to access any classified data. There are things you must not know. In order for this project to succeed, we need you to be as close to a clean slate as possible. There are some things you already know, which ideally you would not. Unfortunately, this is unavoidable, so you must refrain from divulging anything you know about the project to the other participants. You must never tell anyone what you know about Dio, or the body, or that you carried it to the 6th AB room. You will have to pretend you know nothing more than the rest of the participants.
Is that an order?
Yes. Do I make myself clear?
Yes.
Well, it makes sense.
After that, I went into the AB room as I'd been told to. As soon as I stepped inside, my body deactivated.
That's what the robot fart
Since
sounds
my
like.
brain is in the main
Yeah.
computer, I'm still
Oh.
awake.
That's me. That's me.
So I still saw everything. While I waited, I used the security cameras to see what was going on in the rest of the facility.
And you saw the old woman being murdered.
Yes, it was hard. What I was seeing made no sense. Several of my higher level processes nearly failed. To think that she would be the first person to come out. I think she knew that Dio was going to kill her when she'd said she had one final order for me. I didn't understand what she meant. Like a fool, I told her I didn't approve, when I had no idea what she was prepared to do. When she died, whatever I have that passes for a heart felt like it snapped in two.
Well, anyway,
Oh.
we've got all this time to ourselves and all this dick that hasn't been blown. I think I understand. Everything you did because you've been ordered to.
Yes.
Can I give you orders? And it was the old woman who gave you those orders? Then is she Zero Senior?
No,
What? But if she gave you the orders,
she did, but she wasn't the only person I took orders from.
there was someone else.
Yes,
And that person is Zero Senior?
yes. We worked together to develop the project she mentioned. So I suppose technically my orders came from both of them. And they were both controlling Zero Jr. too.
That stupid rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
I told you before that Zero Jr. moved the 6th AB room. Although that's strictly true, he didn't do it of his own free will. They ordered him to do it. He was following orders just like me.
But why?
I don't know. I really don't. Maybe they did it so that people wouldn't suspect me.
If they didn't want people to suspect you, then why have you moved the body in the first place? Eventually, we'd figure out that the rooms had been moved and that she was in your room.
Then maybe they wanted the opposite. Maybe
You mean?
they wanted you to suspect me.
That doesn't make sense either. None of this really does. If they wanted people to suspect you, why move the room? Like, why did it have a stupid fucking rabbit?
You're right.
What crucial element in this game does the dumb rabbit have?
He's Jigsaw. Or he's Billy the Puppet.
Then maybe they only wanted certain people to be suspicious of
I mean,
me.
don't get me wrong, the rabbit is my favorite character. You mean like Alice?
Yes. Perhaps they wanted Alice to find the handkerchief and the knife. That would explain why they moved the room.
Hanky and knifey.
So they somehow knew Dio would hide the knife there.
Yes,
I
I
don't-
think so.
How could you?
But how could
Predict
they
that.
know that?
I closed all my rings.
Oh, nice.
Well, whatever the reasons were, Alice did notice that the room was moved. Which meant that Clover also figured it out. And just like you said, Alice used the knife to take her life.
Wee.
Clover didn't realize that, though. Or perhaps she didn't want to. In any
Wee.
event, she decided that I must have killed Alice to keep her quiet.
Drum sets.
So she confronted me. It was right after the second round of the AB game. Using Phi's timetable, that would be 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Oh yeah, the deduction happened on this route. Wait!
You were listening to us in the security office?
Yes, that wasn't all I was listening to.
I was
though.
spying on you with all your
I
other
know
women.
everything that happened in the facility after my body collapsed.
You were watching through the security cameras?
Yes, I was. I could see and hear everything. Anyway, we're at 0 hours, 0 minutes.
Nice.
I was in the hallway on floor A when Clover found me and took me to room 2 in the crew quarters. We entered at about 0 hours, 1 minute. She was very forceful.
I know you killed Alice. Tell me the truth and I'll let you live. Now fess up! I'm only gonna give you one chance. If you lie or try to play dumb or something, I'll kill you right in front of her!
I told her the truth, of course. I explained that I hadn't killed Alice, that she'd been infected with Radical 6, and it had caused her to kill herself. Clover was never going to believe that, though. We argued about it for nearly 9 minutes.
Magical
It wasn't
number
just
9.
Alice she asked me about. She asked me about the murder of the old woman and about the AB room being moved. She wasn't very nice about it, but I couldn't answer any of her questions.
Because of your orders.
Yes. Then, at about 0 hours, 10 minutes, she must have run out of patience. She stuck her hand in her pocket and started moving toward me. She backed me up against the wall and pulled her hand out of her pocket. She was holding the injection gun.
Some
I
animation.
tried to take it away from her. I even screamed for help. She refused to let go, of course, while we were fighting over it.
She gotcha.
Yeah.
She gotcha. Whoa, hold on a minute. The trigger got pulled in the fight. I get that part. What I don't understand is why it did anything to you.
You mean because I'm a golem? One of my orders was always to act like I was one of the players. A human. Any human injected with that amount of tubocurarine would die.
So it didn't really affect her at all. She was just playing dead.
You'll see, yeah.
That's why you died? To keep up the facade that you were human?
No, I collapsed because Zero Jr. turned off the power to my body again. He probably felt he had to. Maintaining the illusion that I was human was probably in his orders too. So to make it look like I had died,
God.
he turned the power off. Whatever the case, it was an accident. I don't think Clover ever intended to actually kill me.
I don't know about that.
She only took the injection gun to try and threaten me.
How can you be sure?
When I collapsed, she looked terrified. She checked for my pulse and listened to see if I was breathing. She also shook my body and called out to me several times. If she'd meant to kill me, why do all that? After a few moments, she ran off to the infirmary to get the AED.
You mean the defibrillator?
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's okay.
For all you imbeciles out there.
Yeah.
That's why she left.
Yes.
She ran out of the room. That's when you put your right foot in front of your left foot and move at a faster pace than walking.
At 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds, Clover left the cabin in the crew quarters.
She ran off toward the infirmary. On the way, she bumped into Dio. Yes, I guess she just saw him, really. They didn't talk. She just ran past.
And he just watched her go by.
Yes, I imagine he was curious, of course. He probably wondered what she was doing. Yet he chose not to go after her. He had something else to do.
At 0 hours, 12 minutes, Dio enters the room.
He seemed pretty surprised to find my body.
Yeah, I bet.
It didn't take him long to get over it, though.
Wouldn't imagine it would. What did he do then?
He'd gone there for 2 reasons. One was to get Alice's bracelet, which was a blue solo.
Right. Without it, Dio and Kay, the yellow pair, wouldn't have been able to go through the secondary. Right.
Yeah, but he couldn't find it.
Of course. If I had already taken it by then.
Yes. But there was something else he wanted to do, too. He was there to take the knife. Removing it was gruesome.
But why did he want the knife? Was it because he used it to kill the old woman?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you think?
I think he didn't want anyone to see the engraving on the knife's blade. That's why he hid it so well after he killed the old woman.
Why wouldn't he want anyone to see that?
Do you remember what it said? There was a word engraved on the blade.
Myrmidons.
Mermaids.
Yes,
What does mermaids mean?
it's the name of the organization he belongs to.
What is it, like a club or something?
It's a disco club?
I don't think so.
Well, what is it then?
I don't really know.
No idea?
I'm afraid not.
Wait, wasn't he here and try to stop whatever Zero was doing?
Yes.
Then, wouldn't that mean he's on our side?
I don't know about that. He's killed 4 people. I'm not really sure he's on anyone's side.
Yeah.
Dio's on Dio's side.
Yeah.
You got a point. Damn it, this is ridiculous. Finally, someone said it. I guess this enemy of my enemy isn't my friend, huh?
May I continue?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, keep going.
After he took the knife, Dio rifled through what few belongings Alice had. What's going on? Luna
I
said
made
he
shorts out of my pants.
said he didn't seem to be
'Cause I'm
looking
getting
for
warm.
anything in particular. Oh no! He was probably just checking to see if she had anything useful. That was where he found the King Decay suit. Oh my god, what the hell is going on? He didn't seem to have
Take
any
a good long
particular
look
reasoning for
And
taking
my
it.
shorts made out of pants.
It's amazing.
I can't put this up on YouTube.
No,
but-
don't do that. At least as far as Luna can tell. At 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio left the room.
He heard Kay opening the cyan door and ran out. When he left, he was heading toward the infirmary. My guess is that he was going after Clover. He found her with the AED. She was probably planning to just ignore him and head back, but Theo didn't let her.
Hey, wait. Just what are you planning to do with that thing? Thinking about trying to resuscitate Luna? And why would you want to do that? You were the one who killed her, weren't you?
When Clover tried to push past Dio, Luna said they began to fight.
The fuck do you think you're doing?
Dio pulled the knife out of his pocket and pointed it at Clover's throat. That was when he showed up. Temioji.
Dio, what the hell are you doing? None of of your goddamn business. Stay out of this, you senile little shit.
Like hell, you son of a bitch.
He let out a yell and leapt forward toward Dio. Wait, Temioji has attacked Dio a lot of times in this.
Yeah,
The younger man dodged him easily and lashed out with a knife. Temioji caught Dio's hand with a grunt, and for a moment the two men struggled. Then, as the knife edged closer, he wrapped his other hand around the blade and tried to force it away.
That's a sound.
That's like stepping on a ketchup packet.
A little bit.
But Dio was a much younger and stronger man, and the wound Tenmyoji gave himself with the knife didn't do him any favors. He put up a valiant fight, but with a roar, Dio threw him off, and Tenmyoji collapsed to the floor. Yada yada yada.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. How about this?
Sound effects.
I just like the sound effect of him whacking Clover in the head.
You two really look great together, you know?
What are you going to do to us?
Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna handcuff you to a sink. Actually, I already have.
Are you gonna beat us to death or something?
No, nothing so tasteless.
What are you going to do then?
How'd you like to make a bet?
A bet?
You've got, 20-some minutes until the primary white doors open. So I'd say you've got 25 minutes until they close. Give or take. If somebody happens to come by here before the doors close, you might live. But if nobody finds you, well...
We'll be penalized.
Exactly. So, I suggest you start screaming for help now. Unfortunately for you, just about all the rooms in this place are behind at least 2 nice thick doors. So unless they're pretty close, nobody's gonna hear you scream. Well, I'm off to the Floor B warehouse, okay? Enjoy your last 25 minutes. Later.
Later.
25 minutes passed and no one came. Of course, by then there were only 3 other people who could have come, apart from Dio.
You mean me, Phi, and K, right?
Yes, you were in the crew quarters at this point.
Yup. Kid told us about you. We'd also noticed that the knife in Alice's chest had been removed. If only we'd known what was happening in the infirmary.
Unfortunately for Clover and Tenmyoji, their time had come. Once the primary white door closed, both of their bracelets injected them with Soparil.
The anesthetic, right?
Yes, almost immediately they started to feel sleepy.
What is it? You're waiting for this to end, aren't you?
Just like the constant reminders of what all this shit is. We've been playing like 30-something hours. I know what Soparil is.
Yeah, they're basing this from a very nice. That's pretty good.
I didn't know these sweatpants could be made into shorts just like this.
Well, you roll them up, you...
Just as you said, she wrote on her left thigh with her right hand.
And the word she wrote was Dio.
Yes.
Well, that sucks.
Okay.
As for what happened in the rec room, well, I guess I don't really need to tell you. Your theory was essentially correct. What you said was what happened.
Are we gonna go through it? Oh, God.
So Kay sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol, and then while his back was turned, Dio attacked him with the axe. Well, they're confirming.
She just said she didn't need to explain it, and yet she's explaining it.
Dio mortally wounded him but didn't kill him, so Kay turned around and stabbed Dio with the spear. Squirt, squirt, punch, punch.
That's when he put a loaf of bread on the billiards table and started making a ham sandwich.
I guess that's when we found them.
Ham.
Oh, what do you call a pig that looks nice? Hamsome. When did Kay get the luminol?
After they went through the white door, Dio and Kay found themselves in the director's office. When they were done there, They headed back to floor A to look for everyone else. They went to the crew quarters first, then to the infirmary. Of course, they found Clover and Tenmyoji's bodies there. Leo expected to find them, of course, but he pretended to be shocked. Anyway, Kay checked them over for anything useful.
That's why you found Lumina.
Whee! Ow! That really hurt and was really loud against my ear. No. Bad fiance.
That's everything that happened.
Wow.
Any questions?
25 minutes have gone by. This is like when a presentation goes on for way too long.
They probably
and
also
ask, does
do it
anyone have any
because
questions? You're like, no, please
People
just
could
end
be
this.
rusty by the time they get back here. Oh. Well, what do you
No,
think?
I get it.
We're reaching the end, if this makes you feel better.
Does a bear shit in the woods? I started to lose my mind during your story.
Oh,
The first thing is Quark's bracelet. Why was it in the infirmary?
Oh, this is great.
Tenmyoji had it. Then when Dio attacked him, it fell out of his pocket.
Wait for the loophole of your life.
But why did Tenmyoji have Quark's bracelet?
I told him where it was.
When?
Do you remember when you were in the rec room with Phi and Tenmyoji?
Yeah. You when he sprayed us with the luminol, right? Sure, I remember that.
Right after then. When he left the rec room, he went toward the green door to look for Quark. I ran into him at the end of the hallway, where the 3 doors and the switch are. That was when I told him. Look, Tenmyoji. The center door is unlocked. He took off through it without another word.
That was the treatment room, right?
Yes,
Where Quark was sleeping?
right. It only took him a moment. As soon as he saw Quark, he ran to his pod and started crying.
Out of relief, right?
Yes. The display on the pod showed Quark's vital signs. It was obvious he was alive the moment you looked at it. Next to the pod was Quark's bracelet. That was how Tenmyoji got it.
Why was Quark's bracelet off?
I took it off.
How?
Aluminum foil.
What?
Yeah.
You mean the stuff from the crew quarters?
Oh, you found it? Did you know that aluminum foil has electromagnetic shielding properties?
What?
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses. Anyway,
Alright, Yep. Wait, so you're telling me the aluminum foil can block the electromagnetic waves your heart sends out?
Yes. All you have to do is wrap it around your bracelet.
And the bracelet thinks your heart is stopped?
Yes.
It was that easy
Are you
this whole
serious?
time. Oh, I didn't think he was gonna say that.
Anyway,
Oh
I used some
my
aluminum
God,
foil to get Quark's
dude.
bracelet off. Then I put it next to the pod.
Wait. Why was Quark in the pod to begin with?
Oh, that's easy. I put him there.
When did you do that?
Remember when we were first looking for Quark? I found him unconscious near the entrance to the Golem Bay.
So you carried him in the treatment pod.
Yes.
It's gonna be okay. We didn't know any of this. This is all news.
Were you the one who unlocked the treatment center too?
No, I was not. I do not have the authority to operate any of this facility's machinery.
So it was Zero Jr.
That's right.
He reactivated your body too, right?
Uh-oh.
Man, I don't get any of this. Why the hell did he do that? I guess it wasn't really him that did it, huh? He was just doing what Zero Senior and the old lady told him to do. Everything leads back to them, huh? Of course it does.
Oh boy.
Alright, Luna, spill the beans. So you're gonna tell me?
Tell you what?
Isn't that obvious? Tell me what this project is. Everything that happens in here has something to do with it.
We're getting close to the meat and nuggets.
So why were we brought here?
To play the nonary game.
Oh my god, Luna. Why were we supposed to play the fucking game?
That was part of the project.
It's getting circular.
Why did Alice kill herself?
Because she was infected with Radical 6.
How did she get infected?
Zero Senior and the old woman did that. It was
Why?
a necessary evil. It had to happen for the project to succeed.
What would happen if Alice hadn't committed suicide?
Clover wouldn't have suspected me, and she wouldn't have accidentally killed me. I wouldn't have collapsed, and Dio wouldn't have found my body. That would have meant the confrontation in the infirmary never took place.
In other words, you're saying Clover and Tenmyoji died for this project?
Yes.
Well, actually, it was the Tubicurian that killed them. But they were only injected with it because of their bracelets, and they were only wearing their bracelets because of the non-Nuri game. If the non-Nuri game was part of the project, then that's one more way to kill them.
Oh.
I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
Yes, I do. Now, what about Kay and Dio? Why would they kill each other?
Because
I
Dio
can't think of
killed the
any
old woman.
possible reason
He
why
was
Kay
worried
would
about
want to
getting
kill
caught.
Dio.
So he tried to kill Kay before he could find out the truth.
But if Dio hadn't killed the old lady, what happened to the rec room? Would have never taken place, right?
Yes.
So let me ask you this. Why did Dio kill her?
So that he could pose as one of the participants.
And why did he do that?
To disrupt the project.
Then why did she let him kill her?
The same reason they did all of this. It was a necessary evil. The project couldn't be allowed to fail.
And boom goes the dynamite.
6 people died here. 4 of them were murdered one way or another by Dio. At first that makes it look like Dio's the reason they all died, but that's not true, is it? All of them, all 6 of them, they all died for this project. That means that the murderer, or I guess I should say murderers, were the old lady and Zero Senior, right? Speak. Please, Luda, tell me. What is this project about? Who's the old woman? Who is Zero? Maybe next time we'll find out. Oh, God. It's just shit again. Is she? Is it about to be over? Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, finally. I thought you'd never ask. A little lower, please. Instead of answering, Luna wrapped her arms around my Luna wrapped her arms around me and buried her face into my chest. My shirt says bad because I'm a bad boy. My own arms hovered in the air, confused about where they should go, because I've never been touched by a woman.
I swallowed hard and tried to rein in my heartbeat, which has suddenly doubled. I was about to speak when I felt something warm on my chest. Was Luna crying?
This feels nice.
Her voice shook as she spoke, but she's a robot, so that's not possible. I lowered one hand to her head and began to gently stroke her head.
Oh.
I gave her a hair pat. Okay. Hey, Luna. What the fuck is going on with you?
I'm sorry. My ABT is usually held in place by muscle fiber. But after Clover gave me the tubocurarine...
So it did cause some damage, just not...
Okay. I get it.
Does it scare you?
A little
This
bit.
is what I really look like. I'm a golem. Just a machine. A jumble of metal and plastic that pretends to be real.
Well, you're not too much different from there. I wrapped my arms around Luna and thought about all the girls I went to high school with. They were also pretty much the same. I wrapped my arms around Luna and hugged her as tight as I could, but that ended up being a mistake because I popped her head off.
Yeah.
Even though I look like this?
Of course!
I mean,
I trust
I liked you a little bit better before.
Thank you so much. I wish I could stay here forever. It feels so nice. But I think my time is up.
What?
I've done things I really shouldn't have.
Can you do one more thing you probably shouldn't have?
About if Zero Jr. had reactivated my body? Remember? The truth is, he didn't. I did. I went to the part of the core that controls Zero Jr. and I hacked it.
What?
Yes. That was the first thing. The second. Do you know what the second one was? If I
I
had really
don't.
wanted to, I could have saved Clover and Tenmyoji. Then Kei and Dio probably wouldn't have killed each other. That's not all. I could have stopped Alice from killing herself. And I could have even saved the old woman at the very beginning. In other words, I had the ability to disobey my orders. But I didn't. That's the second thing. I broke the first law. I was scared. I was afraid to die. Obviously, hacking the core and taking control of Zero Jr.'s systems is very, very bad.
You've been a very bad girl.
Can become dangerous.
Yeah.
So we're terminated if we disobey.
How do you punish a
You lose
robot?
access to your body, of course, but everything that's stored in the core, your memories, your consciousness, is deleted.
What? Are you saying...
Yes, very soon now I'll be gone. Zero Jr. is probably recovering himself right now. Once he's done, I doubt I'll be around much longer.
What? Why?
I watched 6 people die and did nothing. I deserved this.
No, you don't. Even if you had done something.
He's just like stroking her hair, but every
Yeah.
time he does, he's like picking more pieces off her face.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
"Ugh."
You would have been
He's like,
killed
Can you
anyway.
please stop stroking my face and making my face fall off, please?
You can't blame yourself. You did what you could. You're not wrong.
He he puts her head again, and her head just falls off and rolls into the lake, into the river. And she's still talking. He's like,
Oh my god. This game is what's wrong. Forcing you to watch your friends die is what's wrong.
Oh, Sigma, thank you. I'm really glad I met you.
Luna! It's gonna be okay. I'm not gonna let them do this. I've got the word safety and bad written on my shirt.
Yeah, what's the star?
It stands for, the rest of that word is stallion.
Okay.
Because I'm a...
You're gonna be fine.
Just please don't.
I'm sorry. My time's up. At least I get to die in your arms.
It's...
Well, technically you're dying on my lap. I'm not really holding you.
Thank you. Sigma,
Are you gonna be okay?
and goodbye, Doctor.
What the what? Why is she calling me doctor? But she couldn't answer. I squeezed my eyes shut and held her, unable to bear the thought of letting any more of her face slip away. Is he being literal there?
Well, I mean, she's gone. She's been deleted.
One of her boobs slipped out.
She can't be recovered.
With one last
Quiet chime.
the music box went.
Wow, okay.
I was left with nothing but silence and the cold pool of tears over my heart. I'll save it for your emo diary.
Well, it's her tears.
Was that really Luna's ending?
That's, yeah.
Why'd she call us doctor?
Well,
I command you to call me daddy.
tears in the rain.
Sigma daddy. Well,
All
for all you people who wanted to really bask in that ending, I'm really sorry. I know that's one of the more emotional ones,
It's supposed
but
to be,
I
yeah.
really couldn't take it the way they meant for it, with her face falling apart at the end.
Oh,
Anyway, next time, more unlocks.
yeah.
That was a pretty good one. I enjoyed that one.
Yep, like, clearly you did, yeah.
Yep, I made shorts out of my pants and everything.
Yes,
And
you
they've
did.
been slowly
I wish
falling
I'd
down.
gotten pictures. That could have been for our, like, members.
No, I am not No, our members
But
page is not.
Your toes are
I-
covered. They're
I don't
censored.
want. Okay, I don't want
there's no
people to
feet.
think our members only is for feet pics and OnlyFans pictures. That's not what it is.
Oh, you did it again.
Well, I want to see if I can replicate my pants shorts.
Anyway, next time.
And by the way, if you guys, not that you're gonna see pics of my pants, me making pants out of or shorts out of my pants. Consider joining as a member if you enjoyed this episode. If you want to see me ruin more emotional endings of video games,
You need to I think the end episode really needs to end at this point.
please subscribe. Join as a member. You get exclusive monthly videos. Not awful. God, dear, you sound like an excited chihuahua at the door. No, you sound like those cockatiels. You sound like the cockatiels that don't stop beeping. Oh boy. Well, I've got to do some magic in this episode.